Kiwi Yarns with Brodie Kane.
Kia ora te whānau and welcome to Kiwi Yarns. Today's guest is an award-winning comedian, Courtney Dawson, Ngāti Kuri Waikato Tainui. Her funny comes from her whānau and she kind of accidentally fell into her career. She's also a mother, a frequent face, nearly fucked that up, excuse me, frequent face on 7 days, and she did in fact almost win Celebrity Treasure Island. Courtney Dawson, welcome to Kiwi Yarns.
Thank you so much for having me.
A genuine how are you?
How am I? Yeah, kind of like, I would say. Just trying to like survive and also not listen to everything that is going on, but also listen as well. But
so I like that. So what's that? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But it might become because the petrol might run.
Oh my God, I am skirting around just above that E-line at all times, man. I put $50 in, did they move the needle?
Can I wasn't going to ask this right now, but I mean, is there a perk to being a comedian to try and make light of bad shit?
Oh, 100. Yeah, I mean, it's second nature.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's, yeah. No, it is. It's good. It's good. It's and like being able to try and like do that for other people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes at inappropriate times, but you know, give it a go.
Do you think that comedians are the best or worst people at reading a room? No, worst shouldn't. Hopefully not the worst, right?
Well, no, I reckon probably really good at reading a room, but also maybe sometimes not caring what the room says as well. Sometimes reading the room and going, I'm going to fuck this up. Yeah. I'm going to drop a bomb in here. I don't know. Maybe that's not all comedians. Maybe that's just me.
I love that though. Now, what's been happening? You're prepping. Are you prepping? Is prepping a thing in like training for? You've got the New Zealand International Comedy Festival. It's a wonderful month. The month of May. Is there like, I don't know, I'm trying to liken it to training for something.
Yeah.
Is there preparation?
Yes.
How does it, and what form does that take?
I guess you're like always preparing for your hour show because, well, okay, so
No, I'm with you.
I'm obviously trying to figure it out myself. But basically, this month of April is looking like a lot of just like gigs, just testing out little bits back to back to back. I would describe myself like I am probably like a club comedian. So I do a lot of like 10-minute sets, 15, 20. And then so it's kind of doing those little bits, figuring out the jokes, and then like putting them all together for the hour show. I'm trying to approach it a little bit more like a theatre girly this time around. So I'm actually going to rehearse, which is not something I don't think traditionally stand-ups do. Like get in a room with a couple of your friends and just say your show. That's horrifying to me, but I am going to try it this time around.
And in terms of, because when you say rehearse, I mean, as you say, there's going and doing other shows, right, and testing material. Do you think that when you say be a theatre girly, does that sort of mean that you're looking at it in a slightly more theatrical way? Not, and I don't mean not just comedy, but because it's an hour, is it sort of you're like, right, I need to sort of elevate it a bit?
Yeah, I get, well, because this is only my second hour show that I've done.
Yeah.
And so like last year, the way that I approached it was like, basically I was in a good position because I had like all my jokes from the previous 5 years that I could put into this show. So that was awesome. And I think that I figured out how they all fit together. I'm going to say night 2 of my 5-night run. And so I was like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome if I already knew how to do this? So that's what I'm trying to do this time is I'm working with a director this time, my friend Janae Henry, and she's going to help me, I guess, not Frankenstein them together, but like, figure out how it all fits together and make it into an hour show rather than gag.
Yeah.
Which is also fine, but I'm just trying out something different.
Fantastic.
I don't really know what I'm doing at all times, so it's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
Well, good. I think. Well, but the Peachy Keen is what the show is going to be called at the Comedy Fest. And so, but also, is it true that this comes after a year off comedy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last year I took a year off for a couple of reasons. Mostly it was because I wanted to do my level 3 and 4 Te Reo, because that was like there was a couple of things that happened before last year where I was like, I need to actually have a break from comedy and just dive right into this. So I did. I mean, I had a year off. I still would pop up every now and then and hey, and do a little gig, sort of. It's really hard to stop once you start. But yeah, so I guess it's like a lot of it is like a reflection of like the last year and what it means to like take a year off comedy, which can be really scary because I'm used to gigging like generally went on the break. Like gigging like multiple times a week, or like as much as you can. I think that's like one of the things that pieces of advice I got given as soon as I started was just like say yes to every single gig, because you've got to get stage time, you've got to work on your jokes, which is really good advice in a lot of ways, but also it absolutely broke my brain for the first 5 years because it's like, it's hard, man, like being out multiple times a night while I've got like a kid and I'm by myself and also working sometimes and like, yeah, the pressure of it was just like a lot. So last year I was like, I'm going to have a break and just do something that's good for my wairua and my brain and my family. And yeah, but it is scary because then it's like, oh my God, I'm not even funny anymore. That's what I felt like when I came back.
Oh gosh, so there was a bit. Is that imposter syndrome or is that comedian syndrome? What is that?
I think comedians will be able to relate to this when it's like if you haven't gigged in a couple of weeks, you get on stage and you feel like you've never told a joke in your life. Yeah. Like it feels like completely fresh. That feeling of being like really gig hot and really on like dissipates like very quickly.
Wow.
Yes, and it's it's not easy to like gig a lot in New Zealand, not like it is in America or whatever. Yeah, there's not as many gigs, but yeah, it is tricky trying to figure out how to get back into it.
Because I have a real soft spot. I don't know if that's the right. If that's not what I'm looking for. I love New Zealand comedians, and I've interviewed a lot on this podcast, and I adore going and watching live comedy. But I also, and I've said too, I'm just thinking of a couple of recent ones, Guy Montgomery, Joe Damon. I love that there's because it's a small country and you all have to hard graft, there's a real sense of community I'm sure there's a competitive element in there, of course, but that there's sort of you all sort of lift each other up and support each other. Do you feel that?
Yeah, for sure. Like I think it's like it is because we're small and stuff. But I've always felt like pretty welcomed in the community. I think when you first start out, the open mic scene is like totally different from the like comedians that you see, usually and on the telly and stuff. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to like a open mic?
No, I've never been to an open mic night.
I love it so much. I love going to watch it. Sometimes it's like I feel like I'm slanging them off. But
no,
like,
we've got to start somewhere.
I love to go and watch like a raw night or something because it's like there'll be a couple of people where you're like, whoa, like cool, they're doing it, they're funny, hope they keep going. And then there's so much of it that is just like an absolute train wreck, but it's incredible to watch. So many Nazi jokes.
Really? That's doing the rounds.
I think it's because like, and I saw it when I first started coming up, it's like, let's be honest, dudes being like, I'm edgy. I'm going to be like my favorite edgy comedian and do like the most out the gate stuff. I'm going to say things that people aren't brave enough to say. And it's not funny. It's offensive. Sometimes they get banned from the bar. But I reckon that's crack up to watch. But
but that's where, I mean, have you done open mic?
Hell yeah. I was grinding on that open mic hard out when I started.
Yeah. Is that the way to cut your teeth?
Yeah, that's the only way.
Yeah.
You just got to, but that is why stand-up is such an incredible craft because you can just start doing it. You know, you don't need any special training. You don't need any special equipment, really. You just need a mic and a speaker and someone to say your jokes to.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like a very like it's cool. It's like a very open kind of thing that anyone can do. And if you're not funny or you're being a dick or whatever, then and people don't like you, then you don't advance.
So, so who goes to an open mic night? Like, is it industry or do people? Is there other people?
Brody,
just
it's probably some man who's just trying to eat his burger on a Tuesday night at 7:00. You know, like that's who.
Yeah.
And people just who want stage time and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's good to do them.
Yeah. Do you? And is that also a good place to? Is that still? Is it the measure of whether you're funny or not though? Like, are those places? Like, or is it? You know, you might go, well, no, you might say something at open mic night, and it doesn't land, but you're like, nah, that is funny. Like, does that happen?
100%. I've got jokes that sometimes has never got a laugh, but I'm like, you guys are idiots. That's so cracker. I'm saying this for me. But yeah, I don't know. It is hard to tell whether you're funny when you're doing a gig on a Wednesday night to 3 people who don't want to be there at 6:00. You know, like it is hard to tell, but it's good. And I think when I first started doing comedy, I was so scared to bomb, and like when I would bomb, I would just enter into a deep depression. I would get really wasted, which was not a good thing to continue. So I did stop doing that after about a year. I would just not be able to cope with it. But then like David Krayos, I remember we were talking about it, and he was the one who really made me realize like you got to bomb, you got to embrace the bomb, learn what you can from it, and then just pick yourself up and keep going, which is difficult. I remember I did a Celebrity Treasure Island gig, which was like all these comedians who had been on Celebrity Treasure Island doing 10 minutes each to a crowd at Rangatira who are obsessed with the show. Like, so we're all like flying. We all have like huge responses. Like everyone's having a great night. I did that gig to 600 people or whatever. I'm the man. And then I went to Ponsonby and I did a gig in a bar to I'm going to say 7 people. Half of them were comedians, and I ate shit so hard. And it was like, this is awesome. It's really awesome to be humble. Thank you for this experience. Awesome. Oh. Thank you guys. See you later. So no.
Do you lean into, because now there's a difference between thinking you're funny. I sometimes think I am quite funny. And being a comedian, I know that there's a distinct thing. But I also I'm just thinking of like times where I'll have what I think's an absolute zinger. And then sometimes it just doesn't land. In a way, I actually get a kick out of that just as much as you're like, I know, all good. Sorry, I'll just see myself out.
Yeah, you got the same sick brain. That's why. And my advice would be try it again. Try it at least 17 more times, just to be really sure.
Just so you can get a graph, so you know you're like, oh no, it works 60% of the time.
Get your notes app out. Think about what you're going to do differently next time. Sometimes my friends now, because they've been around me for like 6 years while I've been doing this, sometimes I'll be telling a story and they'll be like, wait, are you trying gear on us right now? And I was like, yeah. Thank you for the research, friend. And then they'll hear about it in the show, in the next show.
Oh gosh. Now, so this sort of, I guess, bit of a break from the comedian mahi. I don't want to give your show away, but maybe we can talk about a couple of the key points that might be in the show in an unfunny way. Yeah. But they can be funny, but you don't have to. You do the jokes on us. Don't do the jokes on us. But actually, I'm really fascinated in your Te Reo Māori journey and learning the language, and that's because that has been an important part for you. How was that? How has that sort of contributed to, I guess, your connection with Māoritanga evolving?
Yeah. It's hard to learn a new language. Not that it's like completely new to me or anything. I think it was hard because it's the second. So I did my level 1 and 2 actually just before I started doing comedy, which I think that it did tie into why I started as well. And it's hard, like being in a classroom again, the first time that I did it, I found myself like wanting to get smart to the kaiaka, and I was like, where is this coming from in my body? It was like this weird flashback from high school. But then it's like, yeah, it's awesome. And it's like, I got to the end of the year and I wasn't as fluent as I would want to be. But I realized I actually got very close to quitting quite close to the end, because we were like had to do all the assessments. I was so behind on all the assessments, and I had missed a couple of classes, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't do this. And then I went back up to my marae, Waiora marae up in Ngātaki, and while I was up there, it was for like everyone from Ngāti Kuri and Tamaki went up there. And when I was there and listening to everyone speak, I was like, oh shit, I can actually understand heaps of this. Even though it's not like I can't like speak it fluently or anything, I know that where I was at the beginning of the year compared to now is so far forward, even if it's not exactly where I want to be. And I think that's where I was like, oh, this is just going to have to be a lifetime thing. And you can't have like a little sook and a freak out about a goddamn assessment and you can't log into your student portal. Like, relax. And so, yeah, that's just something that's gonna be forever for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've now done level 3 and 4.
Yes.
Is there, excuse my ignorance, what comes after level 4 if you were to?
Well, you're not going to believe this, but it's 5 and 6. And but for me personally, sorry. So funny.
Nah, that was fair enough. I'm going to put that question in my in the next, I don't know, Journalist of the Year award, because that was, oh wow, oh gosh.
But you meant for me personally. What's next for me personally? In my dream, I could take a year off and do full immersion, because I honestly think that that's the only way that I'm going to be able to do it, because I was just doing night classes, and when it's caught up with anyone who's done any sort of like nighttime study knows that you get caught up in all of your own life, and you're supposed to do a revision that you're not, and da-da-da-da. So I really just need to go in the deep end. But that will have to come maybe in a couple of years, who knows. It's not easy to take a year off and completely off all work and do that, but that's a dream.
I feel like it is a kind of a beautiful way, though, that the commitment is actually a lifetime, and that there's room to grow for the decades to come. Not just go, I have to have this done by now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know. The other thing that will be sort of in your show, but also again, let's just talk about in a non-show way, parenting, teenage boy. That must come with some challenges, some good days, some hard days.
Yeah, it is. As I had my son when I was 20, and so he's 17 now, and it has just sort of like been a process of sort of like growing up together. Obviously, the high school years were like hard and tricky and stuff, but we're sort of at a place now where, I don't know, things are pretty chill. I really like him. He's a cool guy.
Great.
He's a cool guy, and I think one of the benefits of having had him young was that like we have a very like openly communicative relationship, and we can just like talk to each other about literally anything, which is really nice. And I don't know, it's hard. Parenting's hard.
Well, I guess as well, things like. So you're 37, so I'm 39. So you'll remember a time of no social media and no screens and all of that, but that would be an entirely different upbringing for him in terms of social media and things like that. How do you navigate all of that with a teenage boy?
And also because we were in lockdown when he was like 12, 13, which is like obviously like some pretty formative years. Which I think made it tricky. It is hard. I think in some ways it is easier because I'm younger. I think that I know a little bit more about the spaces that he's in, online spaces that he's in it, rather than if I wasn't. But like when all that Andrew Tate stuff started happening, I just went up to him and I was like, oh, have you heard of this fella, Andrew Tate, you ever heard anything about him? He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what do you reckon about him? Just trying to be real cool. And he was like, I don't know, like some of the stuff he says about grinding and like, you know, doing your best is cool. And he's like, but he's a real wanker to women. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. He's like, yeah, he's an egg, bro. And it's funny because I think I've realized that, like, you know, you see all these like horrible things like on the Manosphere documentary and like that clavicular guy and all these like viral man influencers popping up and stuff. I think I've been really heartened by the way that I see my son and his friends talk about it, and it's like a joke to them, you know, like I don't think we as parents always need to like completely despair and be like, oh my God, like these young men are going to be so screwed up. Like I think that a lot of them do have the wherewithal to like see it for what it is, you know, for the most part. So yeah, it is tricky. It is tricky with the whole, but they don't even really post or anything. No. I was on social media way more than he is, I reckon.
Yeah.
When I was in my like 20s.
Oh, yeah, because we were cringe.
Yeah.
Which we were allowed to lean into. I was
posting up every goddamn photo that I took in the club on my digital camera.
But an album of a Friday night had 40 pictures in it. They were all shit, but up they went.
Oh yeah, and I've just hidden it. I haven't deleted it.
No, I've not deleted any either. They are foul too. That's over texturized hair, over plucked eyebrows.
Oh my God.
And wasted.
The kids don't party like they used to, which is probably for a good, you know, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the amount of times I've woken up in bushes spewing is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I woke up in a bush, but there's some solid spews back there. But no, I actually think that there is a point to that as well, and I think we can get very disheartened if we're looking at the overall setting of, and warranted the destructive nature of social media and the lack of rules around it and it being this kind of wild west. But I do think we can have some faith in our rangatahi and tamariki in terms of here in Aotearoa, I guess I mean specifically. When I watched the Manosphere, I also was like, oh, that's so American, and that's so like, I mean, and I'm not in that, and I'd be foolish to think that doesn't reverberate. But I was like, oh, there's so much sort of like Americanism to that kind of tacky kind of bullshit, and to a degree the UK as well. There's so much of that kind of So I kind of hope that our proximity in the world and our kind of nature sort of protects us a little bit from it.
Yeah, I mean, whatever happens in America always comes here eventually, you know. So I don't know. It is scary, but but at the same time, I don't know. I think I have faith. There, I did see though my mate. She was at a protest on K Road, and she had a YouTube journalist come up and start asking them questions like, oh, so what do you think about this? She was like, we don't really want to talk to you, or good kind of thing. And he just kept badgering them. You know how they have them at those protests?
I haven't seen any personally.
In the States, they have like through all the ICE protests and stuff, all of these like live streamers turn up.
Right, yeah, I know, yeah.
And rack each other up and then post it up being like, this Karen thinks that she can da-da-da-da-da-da. There was one of those fellas at this protest.
Wow.
And like, it's only one guy. And, you know, it's just this one situation, but it's like you can see that kind of culture seeping in, which is...
Yeah, I'm with you.
Super yucky.
Are you trying to be more demure?
Yeah, sometimes. I guess like my overall... Because I was ratchet. Like I was ratchet as in my 20s. And I'm slowly just trying to be... You know, be a calmer person, do my yoga, chill out a little bit. And like some of that does naturally happen with age. But yeah, in my 20s, I was terrible. And like I was saying before, like young people don't know how to party. I was talking with my friends, my millennial mates. We went to Symphony in the Park, which just my day. It's not my usual gig, but I was like, all good, so I'll go with the girlies. And we were talking about, these kids don't know how to party, blah, 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 blah. And then we went there and I saw the millennial bullshit come out of them and they were so badly behaved.
Who, the millennials? Or
my friends.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the old annual millennial convention symphony. Yeah.
And I could see, like, 'cause we were all very fighty when in our 20s, and I could see it starting to pop up, and I was like, oh, no, put that away. I was like, man, it's good that these kids don't drink anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
my friends are crazy. But yeah, we spent a lot of time, like, fighting in clubs, getting arrested, just being so silly, silly. So I do have this sort of rage that bubbles up every now and then that will eventually sort of pop out.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened in too much of an inappropriate way, but like that's why I'm so scared that I'll get heckled one day and I won't have a good comeback. I'll just attack.
Yeah.
That's my nightmare. Someone's going to put it on the internet. I'll be kids. It's be terrible. Be terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have been arrested?
Yeah.
Oh.
Couple times.
Couple of times?
Once in the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
For assaulting a police officer. But it's a big story.
Go on, we're here. I'm ready.
So I was in the Gold Coast. I think I was 21 or 22, and me and my mates went out. I had my son with me as well, with my baby daddy, and I was like, okay, you can do whatever, but on New Year's Eve, like I get to go out with my friends. He was like, sweet, that was the deal. So I was like, yeah, I get to go out with my girls. We had a few drinks, walking down Surfers Paradise, and then my mate just gets pushed on the road, and because we're just automatic fight brain, turned around, we were like, this is my mate, blah, 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 and pushed this guy, and then he was like, ran to arrest. And he was a police officer without a uniform on. He just had like a polo.
Oh, shit.
Got arrested, taken to the cells, spent the night in the cells. Then I had to fly back home, and I had to fly back for my court case.
Oh.
I'm 20, I'm broke as. I had to sell my car to get the money to go back to Australia so that I could go to this court case. Because if I didn't go, then I would have been arrested at the airport for like skipping my court case.
And what was your punishment?
Oh, we just got let off. We just had to pay like a $200 fine. You know, it's New Year's Eve. They're just arresting any motherfucker that's, piping up slightly. So, oh my God, it was terrible. I'm glad I went though, because at the time I was like, I don't even want to ever go to Australia anymore. I hate those pigs, blah, 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 blah. I'm glad that I did, because now I have to go there all the time for comedy. Imagine.
Future uses, thanks.
Yes, yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
Oh.
But it was good. Like we went back for the court case, and we also went to Dreamworld.
Oh.
So that was me.
Oh, so you'd be able to kill two birds with one
We're like, look, we might as well enjoy ourselves while we're here.
Yeah. Oh, classic. I love that. So, okay. But also being demure but still like...
I've still got that dog in me.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but being more demure, I don't know what it is. All the young women around me were angry at that time, and I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
But like after finishing school, Catholic all girls school, coming out of the real world, realizing that like actually things aren't as rosy as maybe what they were made out to be in high school. I don't know, maybe that was it, but everyone was mad.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get away from that.
Fair enough.
And I am. I'm 37 years old. I'm not fighting people on the street.
Good, that's great. That's probably a good idea, I would say. Unless, I won't. I'll end that.
Yeah.
I'll end my sentence.
I have one story of when the rage came up in my show, but I'll save it for the show.
I'll save it for the show. Now, so it wasn't a path being a comedian that you were sort of like set in stone. What were you thinking at the was there? What career inclinations were there at the Catholic all-girls school?
Oh, I when I was at school, I did want to be an actor. Like I really wanted to go to acting school and do all that. But then I think, I don't know, just got it in my brain. Because I was like a prefect, and I did really well in school. And everyone was like, oh, you're so smart, you're going to go to university, you're going to be the first one to go to university in the family, da, 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 da. And then I was like, okay, I'll be a lawyer. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was terrible. It was so boring. I went and did the first year, and then I was like, nah, this is not for me. And then I went and did communications, and then I got pregnant while I was doing my comms. And so I had baby, and then I just had, I don't know what, after I had baby, I was like, okay, no more dreams now. You just have to make money. You just have to have a good life for this baby. So I was like, I worked in corporate for like 7 years or something. And it wasn't, then my brain started to break, and I was like, oh, I'm becoming a robot. Like I can feel my personality leaving my body. So then I worked in retail for a bit, and then I started doing comedy. And it was really like, it was when I turned 30, my son was 10, I had some distance from everything, and then I was just like, actually what this is just like going back to the dream that I actually had when I was a kid, and actually giving it a real go. And then I was like, oh, this rules. Yeah,
That's awesome. And because I don't know how you've found it. Well, no, actually, I do know how you found it, because we've touched on your 20s and what you were like in your 20s. But are you finding in your 30s as well that you're finding that you're much more at peace though with who you are, where you come from, giving less fucks about the noise around you? Like, are you? Because I'm about to hit 40. And I'm like hugely stoked with the personal development.
yeah,
I want to say as well, a real strength in being a woman. I'm really like, so I'm like, yeah, let me at my 40s. Have you felt that in your 30s as well?
Yeah.
And having such a monumental and brilliant career change coupled with it?
Yeah, I've loved it getting older. Like whenever, because I have quite a lot of younger friends, I think from like working in retail, I've got like younger siblings and stuff. Like when they're getting older and like, oh my God, I'm turning 30. I'm like, dude, it fucking rules. Like every year is just like another year of being like, don't give a fuck, don't get like shedding another layer to just like becoming the person that you actually want to be. And I think, and it's awesome for comedy as well, because like I don't really get my feelings hurt anymore when I bomb or whatever, which is good. Yeah, less fucks, and like I guess the less fucks you have, the like braver you can be in a lot of ways. Yeah,
That's so good. Now, your dad,
yes,
funny guy,
Te
Reo Dawson. Now, talk to me about the role he has played in your career.
Everything, I guess. Ever since I was a little kid, you know, he was always like the cool dad. Everyone was like, man, your dad's so cool. He would be he'd be the dad like at the barbecue, all the adults are talking and he's like playing with the kids kind of thing. And then in terms of career, he was the first one who, he started doing comedy like a year before I started. And then he put on a fundraiser gig for my little sister, Ida, who's a really incredible dancer. She was going to Sydney, so he threw a fundraiser gig and he was like, come on, just do the gig. You know, it's so low stakes. It's just going to be your friends and whānau there. And then I did it and I was like, oh, and that was the first night that I was like, oh, I forgot, like, I'm good at this. Like, I'm good at trying to make people laugh. I'm good at public speaking and stuff. Like, let's go. And then ever since then, like, we've always been in the, comedy community together, it's such an awesome thing to be able to work so closely with, you know, my dad and someone who I respect so much and who was the first funny guy in my life. It's been, awesome journey to be on with him. And he's always encouraged me, and he's sort of taken a different direction in some ways. He's still gigs and stuff, but he opened up a comedy club in our basement.
Which I love. This is brilliant.
Yeah, which is awesome. It's called Poppies,
yeah.
Which is what his grandkids call him.
Oh.
And he's taken it more in that direction because both my parents are very like community-minded people. So he wanted to open up a space in South Auckland that's accessible for people out there to come and watch comedy, and also accessible for people out there to try comedy as well, because like, I think when he was first talking about it, he was like, the world's funniest people are telling jokes in their garages right now. Mm-hmm. Like, let's bring them out and, you know, put them on a stage. So that's the route that he's taking at the moment. And at first my mum was like, not happy about having a comedy club in the garage. It is insane. Like, people will like come through our house and they're like, yeah, there are comedy shows downstairs kind of thing. And it is crazy, but it is also what my family is like always had open door policy. We always had people who weren't related to us just living in our house. And so it is very on brand for them. And now my mum's like fully on board.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
You have, there is a quote that I read that, a good chunk of your whānau have main character energy.
Yes.
So paint me a picture of what an all-in dinner is like when everyone's sitting around the dinner table.
It's so hectic. And I feel so sorry for like the partners of our siblings, because it's like there's 5 of us, 5 kids, and then there's the partners, and then there's the kids, and then it's my mum and my dad, then it's my uncle who's living with us, some random fellows just come in for dinner. Like, it's hectic. Everyone's talking over each other. And I'm pretty sure everyone has ADHD as well. So, like, everyone's like, you're like having this conversation, and then you hear something else, and then like, no. So it's like talking over everyone at all times. I have one sister, my sister Ida, who she was like sitting opposite me, and behind me is the ranch leader. She's telling a story and she's like, yeah, so blah, 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 blah. And I can see her looking at herself in the reflection. I was like, but are you looking at yourself? And she was like, why do you think this is my seat, bitch?
Oh my God, that's fantastic. I love that.
And she was just telling this longer story, and I just interrupted her. I was like, pass the mic, babe. We've had enough. You know, like, that's what it's like at our dinner table all the time. So it is awesome, though. And it's like, it's very loving and like, yeah. No, it's good.
Is that the sort of a place of a great source of inspiration as well?
Yeah, sometimes someone will say something, crack up, and my dad will be like, bags it.
And what's he like to do a show with too?
Yeah, I think it was much more frustrating for him because we have both like my dad is very type A. Like he's running spreadsheets. He's running the data. He's doing some calculations, you know. But for me, I'm just like, let's just vibe it out, man. Let's just like have some beers and have a chat and see what comes out of it, which is like not acceptable to him. So we've only done one show together.
Oh, and it was like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay, and we've done that now, and that's finished. But no, it's good. Actually, maybe we should try it again. I think that it would be different now that I'm a bit more experienced and know what pisses them off a bit more. So I'll try not do that.
Yeah. And then when you peel the sort of funny layers away, well, not necessarily peeling the funny layers away, but in terms of not related to your career, how important is that family unit to you in terms of, you know, supporting you and being there for you and whatever you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so lucky with the family that we've had. Like, yeah, like I say, my family's like so community minded. So that's like grounds me in everything that I do. I don't go home as much as I should. I actually was talking to my dad because I came to this realization. I was like, you know what? It's really possible that I will never be in a relationship. So I need to start making some moves to like financially secure myself. So I was like, Dad, what do you reckon if we fill in the pool and I build a tiny home down at there? And he was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I'll do it tomorrow. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yes. Because he wants us all to come home, you know, and be there. So he's talking to the bank now. Trying to build like a little tiny home and stuff. So that's my dream. Like everything, like I know, you know, like my family's not like a rich family. When I grew up, because my parents were 20 when they had me as well. Like so I was the broke baby. Never had enough, but I always know that it doesn't matter how far I fall. Like I'm never gonna hit the ground because they've always got me. Which is it allows me to take these risks to start a new career at 30 to like be able to raise a baby like on my own. But I've never really been on my own. That's what they're fucking awesome, man.
I love that idea too, and I think it's really lovely. Like I live with my mum, and I honestly think that there is a bit of a lovely kind of switch or shift in us realizing that we sort of grow up, we grow up as kids and with our parents, and then we have this massive chunk away from them, and then they get old, and it's like we've got to sort of tap into this quality time with the most important people in our lives. So I hope that works out.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it is like just a Western Pākehā concept that like you got to leave home and you know you have to, and that like when my parents get old, like I guess there's an expectation that, you know, that they'll move to an apartment and downsize. And my dad was like, hell no, like I want everyone to come back. Yeah, and that's like that's what I hope as well, is that like by moving back is that we'll be able to look after them as they get older and stuff. So yeah, no, I'm very grateful for them.
It's just awesome. So meaningful too, as well, that kind of idea of spending as much time as you possibly can, and kind of in that it takes a village mentality as well, and it's a real additional beautiful quality of life.
Yeah, and I know it's not always possible for everyone. Not everyone gets home with their family or whatever, but like because I do, and like that's a privilege to be able to do that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do it.
Celebrity Treasure Island.
Yes.
Now, I say almost won. You know, I almost won Dancing with the Stars, so I get it. You're like, oh. But was that like because my mum and I are sort of reality TV geeks, and Celebrity Treasure Island is one of those ones that we've always watched. I've been asked to be on it twice. Both times I wasn't available, haven't been asked back. Now I'll be honest with you, now I've got to the point where I'm like, well, I sort of a bit, I think my time's finished. Like,
No. There's always hope.
There's always hope.
Yeah.
Can you tell? And I'd be awesome too. Like, I'd win the thing. I'd either be voted out first week. They'd be like, no.
Yeah. Don't start talking yourself up too early. You might get asked, and then people will be like, remember when Brody Kane said that she's going to win it?
Yeah, because I can swim and run and do all that shit. Terrible at puzzles. Anyway, not about me. What was it? Was it one of the hardest things you've ever done?
Yeah, it was. Like mentally very, very hard.
Yeah.
Physically, I was like so stoked. I had wanted to go on it so hard out. As soon as I saw Chris Parker's season, I was like, I gotta get on this, man. Like, and it was a dream. I was like, that'd be so silly.
Yeah.
And so when it happened, I was like, amazing. Like, because I want to do all the challenges. That's the thing that I was only thinking about the physical stuff, because I was like, bro, how many opportunities do you get as an adult to play these big ass games that have been specifically built for you? Put me in, coach. I got in there and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about all the game stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that I actually hyped it up to be a lot worse than it actually was. But it's a really weird situation, like getting put into, this isolated situation with all these people that you don't know very well. And then you have to play these little games. And it's like, made me fully crazy.
Yours was in Wanaka.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
and you had Eli was there, James was there. I'm just trying to think of.
And Laura
was there.
Yeah.
But also, like, wasn't there? You had I don't know whether this was on the show or whether I just heard this. Like, there was a massive storm. You had to get. Was there a massive storm and you had to get out for a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hectic.
It was so, and that was the only day that it rained as well.
And then it became mint, eh?
Yeah, and the whole time it was just so hot and sunny, but then freezing at night, obviously. Yeah. I'd never been to Wanaka. I've been to like the South Island like 4 times before this.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was, I love camping. So I didn't really know, I hadn't been on TV that much. So I remember rocking up to the first day of the first challenge and being like, nervous to do the challenge, and then seeing all the cameras and being like, oh my God, I forgot that I'm like literally going to be on TV this whole time. Because, they're filming, from the morning to the night or whatever. And so we get into the camp and, like these people are professionals. They're like, oh, talking to the camera, like saying what they're doing. I'm in there straight away. I'm like, assessing the campsite, I was like, they had these like shutters that went down and like they were sort of banging in the wing. I was like, we're gonna have to make some ropes to tie these down. So like, I'm not even fucking telling anyone what I'm doing. I'm just like, the beds, they're made out of like Hessian sacks. I was like getting the little sacks, threads, braiding them up to make ropes to do this. I was like way more concerned with the with the camping of it. And it would have been great TV if I'd actually told anyone about it or made it part of what I was doing, but I didn't.
But it made you a valuable team member.
Yeah, well, I made it pretty far, and most of it, and a lot of it was to do with the Sagittarius Alliance, which was me, Eli, Laura, and James.
Yeah.
But it was super hard, and then I can't believe I made it to the end.
So good though. Eh?
Yeah, and it was with Te Reo, who was like not a comedian, but was 100% the funniest person there. Yeah, she's so awesome. Everyone that I met there was really good. Yeah. I hope you get to do it, man.
Oh, yeah. Something like that, or like Survivor, or you know.
I can't handle Survivor.
Nah. No, I reckon I'll be good at that too.
I reckon you will be. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you still do this, but you did do this, Agony Aunt.
Yes.
Is that still?
No, I don't do it anymore. Yeah, I should probably hit them up about that.
Was it fun though? That was on Radio New Zealand.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Did you have fun, like with it? But this. Radio New Zealand, they probably wouldn't give you crazy wild ones, eh?
No, but some of them were like surprisingly earnest.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, you're really trusting me to answer this like really intense question about your relationship? All goods. But I'm probably going to make it more crack up than actually helpful. But no, it was cool because it was on nights. So I would like get on the bus at like, I don't know, like 8:30 at night, wrapped up in my little, I'd be like, I'm going to my nighttime job. Same thing what we're talking about being on the bus, like romanticize my life, listen to my music. Be like, I'm going to my nighttime job, guys, everyone. And then go in there and have a chat and like, yeah, read these like crazy questions. It was really fun. Yeah. I am like the advice guy, surprisingly, sometimes.
Well, that's great because I've here's something I've prepared earlier. Okay, a couple of Agony Aunts for you. I actually just ripped these from the internet from other ones, so that's my source. Hi, Courtney. Negotiating the dating world is a minefield these days. I saw a video with a woman being harassed as she walked through New York, and I realised that I do that. I try to be friendly to women, just saying hello, but now I'm concerned that I'm harassing them too. How do I hit on women safely without being a jerk? Awkward of Auckland.
Who is this? As a man?
Yeah.
Oh, saying hello to someone is not the same as yelling at someone from across the street, hey, mummy, you got a fat ass, or whatever those catcalling videos are. Saying hello is not fine. I'm going to say quite something controversial. I think actually people do need to be more confident. I would love it if a man came and talked to me. New Zealanders are very reserved. Mm-hmm. We don't really, it's like you go out for a drink with someone and then you're dating for 10 years. Like it's, it's not, there's not like a whole dating culture.
Yeah.
How to be respectful. Yeah, I mean, saying hello to someone is fine, and like starting a conversation with someone, it's a lot fucking easier than I think that they make it out to be.
I so agree with you. I just think it is. You're right though about New Zealanders. We're not the ones that go over and hand a number on a napkin and things, and I think we should be more like that.
Yeah, and just and to be fair, like it can be brutal, like getting rejected. Like I can't imagine going up to a lady and be like, "Hey, like how you going? What's your name?" And her being like, which I've seen happen.
Yeah,
but I think that. Just talk to people.
Shoot your shot.
Just shoot your shot. Like, don't be a creep. Like, come up with start a conversation that doesn't have to necessarily do with appearance.
Yeah.
Which is difficult because that's all you've got to go off kind of thing. But like, just start talking to people.
Yeah.
I think people should just talk.
Also, like, what's the worst that can happen? As you say, sure, maybe an ooh in your face would kind of ruin your day, but also then just move on.
I was very brave the other day. My friend had shown me this guy's Instagram, and I was like, that guy's hot. Let me know when he becomes available, because he was in a relationship at the time. Didn't think about it for a year. She messages me and goes, that man is available. And I just messaged him on Instagram. I just followed him and said, hey, what are you doing? I'd love to take you out for a drink. And I did. And it was incredible.
Yes!
And then we were on the second date and it didn't go that well. But that's okay.
But yeah.
You just got to be brave.
It's a numbers game, eh?
Literally.
Yeah.
Are you on the dating scene?
So, I've got a boyfriend. And it's my first proper boyfriend in my whole entire life. And he's divine.
He's lovely.
Yeah.
How long?
We've been going out for, we've been going out, so we've been
oh my God.
So, we met in July last year.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. But then I asked him to be my boyfriend in August. So.
Yeah. And like, has that just been like in July and then August?
So July we met, and then but I asked him to be my boyfriend about a month and a half later. Yeah.
Oh my God, good on you.
Yeah, he's beautiful. So yeah, that's
the apps.
He saw me on Tinder. He lives in Taupō. I was down in Rotorua for work, but he had it expanded.
I mean, you'd have to when you live in Taupō.
Yeah, 100%. And so then he must have seen me on there, but then he found me on Instagram, and then I had put up a story, like a Q&A box, because I needed someone to do my hair and makeup the week after. Can anyone do my hair and makeup next week? Da, 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 da. And then at the end of mahi that day, I went in and checked for a couple of people to see if, who was available. And then there was a message from this guy, and it was like, probably can't do your hair and makeup, but would you mind expanding your Tinder to Taupō? And I opened his profile and was like,
yeah,
yes. do that. And so then we started chatting, and then he came to Rotorua for an evening, and then the rest, as they say, is history.
There you go. Shoot your shot, fellas.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
And that's what, and open with a little joke.
Yes.
There you go. Open with a little joke.
Exactly.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm going to give you one more.
Yes, please.
Okay. Dear Courtney, recently there was a report in the paper about the number of sexual partners people have in their lifetime. My husband read it and asked me how many I have had. So I told him. He was really shocked and he had no idea, and said that he had no idea when he married me 25 years ago that I was such a slut. I couldn't believe he called me that name, and now we're barely talking to each other. So what I would like to know is, how many is too many for a 50-year-old woman? I need some ammunition here. Kind regards, was happily married.
I'm so shocked that this grown man called his wife a slut.
Yeah, I don't think the question she should be asking is how many is too many, because that's not the question here. Happily married, was happily married.
No, the question is, why is my husband such a fuckwit?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dog. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't think that how many is too many. I don't think motherfuckers should be asking questions that they might get their feelings hurt over. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. And I need to know everything about these people. How long have they been married?
Oh, that's all I've got for you. As I said, I ripped it from the internet. It has been asked before, though. It's been asked before. That's crazy. Shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, because I can't remember the saying until I say it, but I think it was Malcolm X said, never ask a woman how many men she's been with. She's either going to lie or she'll tell you the truth. Either way, you're not going to be happy with the answer.
Yeah.
It's a crazy quote to remember from Malcolm X. But there is no many is too many.
Nah. And she's married to you now. Don't call her also, slut is a good word. We've taken that word back.
Yeah. I love the word slut.
So do I.
That's why I think I cracked up so much, because I think because of the way I received the word slut, it felt like he was being like, yes, diva. My wife's hot, girl. But no, he was saying it in a negative way. That is crazy. Why would you ask? I don't, and why would you get upset about it? Because it's like, at the end of the day, you're just still married. So that's the wrong question to ask. Go off, girl. And I bet you the answer was like 7.
Yeah. Yeah, but also 25 years ago. They've been married for 25 years.
Okay, 25 years. They're in there. She say she was 50.
Yeah, 50.
Okay, this is something that I see sometimes, even with my own parents, actually. People who have been together a long time, from the time when they were young, it's crazy to see them get really annoyed and still carry hurt and anger from things that happened when they were really young, because that's their only reference point. You know, they've been together this whole time. I've got friends who've been together with their partners for almost 20 years sometimes, and they're still getting annoyed about things that happened in high school. Even my own parents. My mum made a snarky little comment about some high school girlfriend, my dad, and I was like, cut it out, guys.
Yes.
That's enough. Because it's like, why are you getting upset for? What are you going to do? Get divorced? Please. Please. You guys are too entrenched. I would like to see you try.
I vote we bring Agony Aunt back. I think you could do that. Do you know how you could do it? Oh my God. You would just do it on social media.
Yeah.
Just call for a Q&A, one question a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could get you get a sponsor.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, girl.
Yeah, thank you. I need some more ideas from you, because I hate social media. And I can't come
no,
up
that's
with those
perfect.
ideas. Okay,
that's a good one.
Okay.
Take it back. You don't need to go to RNZ. You go do it on your
Start
own.
my own one. Competing media company.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to give you Kiwi Aunt's quick fire questions.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about these.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
But you'll be sweet. What kai is on your menu for your final feed?
My final feed. Full seafood buffet.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Is that allowed?
Yeah.
All the kais.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I'm getting kina. I'm getting raw fish. Some like sashimi, kingfish, with a bit of fried bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full spread. Yeah.
Beautiful. If I gave you a magic wand to change one thing in Aotearoa, what would it be?
The government. See you later, Chrissy.
That's a succinct, quick fire answer right there. Your favourite Kiwi artist or song?
Kiwi artist or song? My favourite song, I can't remember who sung it, but that Sophie song. Sophie, I'd like to be for you. I love that song.
No, you carry on.
What
Yeah.
was it? I
Is
cannot.
it the Datsons?
Something.
I feel like it might be, but I could be so off.
Yeah, I love it so much that I don't listen to it very often.
Yeah.
So that when I do listen to it in the peace of my own home, that it can hit me really hard with the teenage feels.
Yeah.
But I put it away. It's only for special occasions.
I think it might be, but I could be. So,
Yeah.
whoever's-
Good shirt.
Oh,
That's
good
who it
shirt.
was. Yeah.
So people would have been yelling "Bah!" in their ear with their headphones in. Where would you love to go in Aotearoa that you haven't been?
That I haven't been. I would love to go to the Chatham Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so sick. It's very spinny to get there. But that's on my bucket list for show.
Fantastic. And lastly, you're stranded on the Auckland Islands, in particular Disappointment Island. This is just a kind of a creative way to be like, you're stranded on an island. What are the 5 things you're taking to avoid being disappointed?
To avoid being disappointed.
Yeah, so you're stranded. You probably are going to escape.
Yeah.
But just to alleviate that, I'm stuck on the island. The 5 things.
5 things to avoid being disappointed. I'm bringing my kid.
Yeah.
He's got to come because otherwise I'll just be spending the whole time worrying about him. That's not good. I want to, I'm essentially on a holiday. I want to relax. I'm bringing a pack of cards. Me and my son are big on card games.
Yep.
We spend that's a nice way to disconnect from the phone from each other.
100%.
So get on those cards. Oh my God. Why is this question so hard to me? What do other people say?
I take gin.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, weed. Yeah, I'm taking weed. Yeah. I'm taking 3 different strands.
Yeah. That can still be under one category, by the way. You know?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm taking weed, and I'm taking a good chair. Look, my back's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Sit down and wait for my rescue.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm going to take is a iPod shuffle.
With all the music.
With all the music
Yeah.
sitting on it. Yeah, actually, specifically my iPod shuffle from 2012 that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can just jam out, smoke some weed, play some cards with my kid.
Yeah.
Post up, wait for that rescue boat to come. Let's go. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's go to Disappointment Island. I'm ready.
It just sounds like a nice Friday night at home. Eh?
It does, yeah.
That's
Who knows?
fantastic.
And maybe it will be.
That's fantastic. Now, your dates, I think, are the 12th to the 16th of May at the Comedy Fest?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, and the show is called Peachy Keen, and it's going to be a really crack up.
Yeah.
Guys, it's going to be really crack up.
Beautiful. Hey, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so
and
much.
Just for people, thank you for coming in twice. You came in on the day that my dog died, and the communication hadn't got to you, and you came in the storm to the Media Works. So thank you for coming in a second time to do this with me.
Honestly, it's really, you know what it feels like when a plan gets cancelled. It's like, whoa, I have 2 hours free now.
Yeah,
the world
yeah.
is my oyster, so it's no problem.
Perfect. Hey, well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for watching or listening with the wonderful Courtney Dawson. That was Kiwi Yarns. We'll see you next week. Uru.
Bye-bye.